Hey everyone, this is Sonnet. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that you've been staying safe and sound and healthy. I hope you've been careful as much as possible. I've connected with a lot of you lately, and it seems like we're all going through something right now, not just planetary, but cosmically too. We're going through so much. So I just want to let you know my heart is with you, and we're all in this together. And we will overcome one way or another. We will come out of it. But in the meantime, just hang in there and be careful as much as you can. Stay in as much as you can. If you don't have to expose yourselves, don't do it. It isn't worth it, you guys. It's a serious matter. And regardless what anybody out there says, what spirit and what the planets are showing is that we still have some shifting to get through before things begin to settle back down. So you just want to be very careful. And if you do go out, and a lot of us need to every day. Some of us want to get out for some sun and some air and the breeze. But if you do, just keep your distance and do it the right way. Protect yourselves, protect others, and be well. I just hope you guys are doing okay. Anyway, I wanted to give you a quick update on the energies and on myself too. A lot of you have been on this journey for some time. You've been listening to this channel for some time and you care. And I think it's only fair that I give you an update on myself. So the reason why I haven't been posting as many videos as I used to is because my life has been very hectic over the last 1.5 to 2 years. I've been through hell and back, you guys. It's been very challenging. So over the last year actually, I took on a lot of stress. I took on a lot more than I should have. I felt limitless and I was working a lot. I was very busy and I exercised way too much. I was going to the gym, put my body through a lot. I wasn't eating appropriately, and I just took on a lot of stress. I didn't hit the brakes. I hit a wall, and I burnt out. Came down with severe exhaustion, severe adrenal fatigue, and I became very ill. I was bedridden for some time. I actually had about 3 near-death experiences last summer. So it's been very, very challenging. I was literally forced to stay calm for a whole year, go into meditation for a whole year, and that's exactly what I did. I laid down, I recovered, rested, healed, and meditated the whole time. For those of you that did talk to me within the last year, you heard how weak I sounded, and it's because I was very weak. But I am a firm believer that things happen for a reason, and they do. Nothing happens by coincidence. And although it has been quite challenging, it's made me a lot stronger. It's made me so brave, you guys. If I survived that, I could survive nearly anything. If I could survive the twin flame journey, I could survive anything. You guys know that. But it's been very challenging. And you guys, during those experiences, I always felt something save me, always pulling me back. And it was always my twin. I felt my twin's energy very strongly during those times. If you guys only knew how present your twin's energy and consciousness is in your own field, you'd be blown away. It's very powerful, very strong. And I know that sometimes we don't believe it because we see our twins act and behave funny or do certain things, say certain things, behave in certain ways. But just remember, you guys, and I say this all the time, we were born into imperfect bodies that function on brain and ego. And so, your twin is going to make a lot of wrong decisions. They're not going to have their heads on straight. They're going to say things and do things. Why? Because they are functioning on ego and brain. But what's happening right now is that we are living in a time where consciousness is expanding faster than ever before. Awakenings are happening faster than ever before. And so what's happening is that the higher self is really coming in, hijacking the brain so that we can function on soul. And so your twin will get it. They will wake up to it and they will understand and begin to feel. But when it comes to the energy and the consciousness, the intelligence and the connection, you guys, your twin is always with you all of the time, every step of the way. It doesn't go away. It really does not. This downtime for me just confirmed so much, the connection and why we're here and why, how it works, why it works, all of this stuff. So yeah, there is a lot I want to share with you. I'm actually working on a Twin Flame series right now, talking about the journey, the stages, why it happens, how it happens, how to deal with a high level connection on an earthly level. And it's important, you guys, because, we need to know how to take control over the connection. There is a lot of newly awakening twins, and there's a lot of misinformation out there. It hurts. It's like it's confusing for a lot of you. I mean, it was confusing for me at the beginning, all of the misinformation. And it wasn't until I actually experienced it firsthand and started getting downloads about it and stuff like that, that I really knew, oh my goodness, this is the real deal. So I do want to share that with you. I'm also looking into investing in a microphone for you guys. I don't come on here and show myself, so you do deserve high quality audio. Now, you don't have to, but if you have the means and if you would like to, you're more than welcome to make a donation to go towards the microphone. I will post the donation link in the description. If you do, thank you very much. Like I said, you don't have to, but if you do, thank you so much. We'll see what happens. But anyway, you guys, let's talk about the energies. Like I said, we're all feeling something. We're all going through something at the moment. The way the planets are aligned and the way the universe is aligned right now is in such a way where it is acting as a trigger. It is behaving like a mirror to reflect upon us that things are out of alignment on a personal level and on a global level as well on the planet. And so within the next 3 years, it will be highly karmic. It is a very highly karmic period. Saturn will be very active in the next 3 years. And yes, it always goes retrograde and it goes direct, but it will be a lot more hyperactive when it does. And the reason for that is because Saturn is the lord of karma. It is the lord of time and structure. And so these are the energies necessary to collapse old paradigms, old timelines, old things that are no longer working, or old things that are no longer functional, whatever that is for you. And it does get repetitive. I talk about this all the time. Hey guys, we're collapsing the old. Whatever doesn't work is no longer going to be part of your life and all of this stuff. And it's because it's true. See, we decided, you guys, okay, to incarnate during this time on this planet during an ascension cycle. So we are ascending with the planet. And so shifts are happening on the inside every other day, no matter what we do. And so this new upgraded version of ourselves is not able to sustain these old paradigms, the old way of life, our old routines. We can't sustain them. We have to move into the new. Why? Because our new versions of who we are becoming are existing in the new paradigm. And so if it's not part of the new formula, it's not going to work. It isn't going to work. So it has to be pushed out. And this is exactly what Saturn is doing, because Saturn does embody the energies necessary to be able to collapse all of these things. And so this is why I said in the last video that this is the splitting of worlds taking place right now, not in the sense of division, but the splitting of worlds in the sense of unity. Truth is gravitating towards itself. That is a fact. That is actually what's happening, you guys. Whatever we belong to, whatever belongs to us, is migrating towards itself. And this is why soulmates are finding one another. This is why twin flames are reuniting in this lifetime. No matter how it happens, it's happening. Soul groups are coming together. And the things that don't belong in your orbit are falling off. Because, the truth is migrating towards itself. It's just period. I mean, that's what's happening. And it's a force that we just cannot stop. It's happening with ascension. It's like everything is clicking into place. And so it is hard because it's real people's lives. And sometimes we wake up and we feel like everything is changing. Our reality is being reinvented. And it's true because the reinvention is happening on the inside first. And so we are changing on the inside. Our personalities are changing. Our perceptions are changing. Perspectives, emotions, thoughts, everything is shifting. So we feel like a new person. And sometimes people are not going to align to that new person that you've become. Things are no longer going to gravitate towards you anymore because they don't vibe with you anymore. And so it is difficult. And so this is happening to everybody going through ascension right now. We're all moving into the new. We're moving into a new paradigm. And everything I just said applies to your own twin as well. They're waking up every day feeling different. A lot of your twins don't even know that they are light workers. They don't know that they're on an ascension path. They don't know the changes that are happening on the planet, the energy that is shifting in the planet. They have no idea. All they know is that they are feeling different. They're waking up feeling different each and every day sometimes. For some, it's subtle. For others, it's just an uncapping of energy and they just feel completely different. It's happening, you guys. And this is why I really like the Scorpio full moon energy, which we had about a week and a half ago or so. But the energies are still here. And the reason why I really like that energy is because it was quite spiritual. The moon itself acted as a mirror as well to reflect upon us the things that we are not doing correctly. What have we not been getting right? What have we been missing? A lot of awakened twins are still holding on to fear, doubt, worry, very dense energies that are blocks that are, getting in the way of your union. It's not part of the formula. It's not part of what the twins want. And so it just turns into this black cloud over the union and it has to go. It's not part of who you're becoming. And so letting go of fear and doubt and worry, it's a hard thing. Sometimes it's painful to let go of these things. For me, for example, when the full moon got here, you guys, I thought I was doing fine. I thought I was doing perfect. But all of a sudden, the night of, I start feeling all of this resentment. And along with the resentment is like the brain fires up and it begins to have all of these thoughts and think all of these things and put, all of these stories together and make up stuff. And so I started to process the resentment, thinking to myself, oh no, I don't deserve to be talked to like that. This is unfair. It's an injustice and I'm not going to let go of it. And I was actually surprised because on a soul level, I was thinking, oh my gosh, how do I still have resentment? I thought it was all gone. I really didn't think I had this much resistance to the change. And I could literally feel the resistance being yanked out of me. Brutally. And it was so hard to just let it go. It was so hard to just let bygones be bygones with my twin. I wanted to say something. I wanted to do something. I wanted to, I wanted to go into self-defense and claim my rights, my emotional rights, and say things. But the higher self was saying no. Just let it go. The universe was telling me, let it go already, Sonnet. Release it. And sometimes, you guys, it's really painful. It's really hard to just choke up on things and just move on. But that's the way it has to be. Listen, if we want a new experience with our twins, we have to change on the inside. There's really no other way about it. We have to change on the inside. Otherwise, it's never going to change. It's going to be the same thing, the same experience, looping over and over and over and over again. It's going to stay the same. We're not going to create a new experience. We're not creating it. And so we have to let it go. Really work on the fear, work on the resentment, on the resistance. And a lot of you are doing it so well. A lot of you really are. I've seen you change. I've seen you transform. And it's a beautiful thing. And I'm really happy for you guys. But on the other hand, if you have been really holding on to fear, and if you've been in ego a lot, yes, it's going to be an intense time. Why? Because things are being forced out of the way, you guys. It really is. But if you've been working on yourself, you're probably going to have a better, lighter time. It's going to be easier for you. But when it comes to the twins, those who are less conscious, this energy and this time in quarantine, believe it or not, is also serving its purpose, because it's giving us a lot of time to get inside our own minds, get inside our own heads, and think about things. So they have also been processing a lot of the things that are no longer working for them, you guys. Maybe your twin has been thinking about how they haven't been giving you the acknowledgement that you deserve. Maybe they haven't been talking to you the right way, or giving you enough time to express yourselves. Maybe they've been shutting themselves out because they don't know how to express themselves. They just, the connection is too overwhelming and too intimidating, and they don't know how to express themselves fully enough. And so now they're realizing, hey, you know what? What I've been doing is not working out for me. I'm still stuck in the same place. I'm not moving forward. But if this connection doesn't work, why doesn't it ever go away? So they are processing all of these things. So now it's turned into, okay, I know that it's not working. I want to fix it. And now the wanting to fix it is creating an urgency to fix it. And then after the urgency, it actually leads them to wanting to seek something outside of themselves. That spirituality. And so they have to go within to find the spirituality. Their friends are not going to help them. Their relatives are not going to help them. They need to help themselves. It's an inside job. And so it has been overall very spiritual, soul-seeking energy right now. And it's exciting. It really is. Like I said, the shifts are a bit intense, you guys. But listen, they are good shifts. I can definitely see the shifting taking place with these twins. And also with the awakened twins. There's a lot of shifting happening. And so it's very promising. All things work for the purpose of good. Just remember that. But anyway, moving on to the physical ascension symptoms. A lot of people have been feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. By the time you know it, you're on the floor with a full-blown panic attack. And it's not anything that you created. It's not anything that your body created. The veil is very thin right now, you guys. It is so thin. And so as light workers, as those of us who are ascending, we are becoming sensitives. We are tuning into things, tapping into things, feeling other people's energies. So keep this in mind. A lot of it isn't yours. One of the things that the higher self has mentioned repeatedly is that the nervous system is the one thing that is being affected during this ascension process. Like when the Schumann spikes up, the frequency on the planet, anytime it spikes up, anytime we go through a solar flare or a major eclipse or something like that, it's always the nervous system that gets affected. I personally like to take lemon balm. It's very soothing for me. So look into that. Look into anything that calms down your nervous system, whether it's meditation, nature, going out for a walk, an herb, a tea, a bath. It's really worth it to do. So look into that, you guys. Lemon balm is so good. Like I said, I stand by lemon balm. It's very soothing. Also too, insomnia. A lot of people have been having issues with sleep, either falling asleep or staying asleep. Now, this is something that the higher self has mentioned too. If you are having insomnia, do not force yourselves to go to sleep. If you want to lay in bed with your eyes closed and go into meditation, that's good. If you want to get up and do something, that's also good. You want to go out for, a little walk or walk around the house, whatever you need to do. Don't force yourselves to go to sleep, and I'll tell you why. When we go to sleep, when the body sleeps, certain hormones become more settled, versus in the awakened state, other hormones become more active. And so sometimes it's necessary to keep you in the awakened state to be able to integrate the upgrades. Okay, it's like your system is going through a reboot. And so it is necessary to stay awake so that you are able to integrate the life force, the Kundalini energy. Just let it do what it needs to in your body and just surrender to it. As crazy as it sounds, that's how it works. So unless you have to do something the next day, definitely, if you have to take something, okay. But if you don't force yourselves, okay, you guys, just let it happen. A lot of these ascension symptoms are temporary. They come and go. For example, I've been dealing with a lot of buzzing in the ear. And so I thought, well, is it high blood pressure? What is it? And it's really nothing, And so it's just the changes that are taking place. And it's true, because I noticed that when the Schumann spikes, they get more aggressive. So keep that in mind. And listen, I'm not dismissing anything in the body. Sometimes it is viral. Sometimes it is a pathogen making us experience certain things. But when you're generally a healthy person and these things just come and go out of the nowhere, it's definitely energetic. When it comes to the anxiety, you guys, and the depression, hang in there. Everybody's feeling something. I've also been experiencing headaches every day. That dull headache every day, the fuzzy head. There's a lot of crown chakra activity right now as well. So if you've been feeling anything in the crown chakra, there's a lot of that going on. A lot of clearing. All of these shifts come with clearing. A lot of things are popping out. So just hang in there. Before I forget though too, this summer is going to be quite active as well. You guys, we have 4 planets in retrograde. Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, all in retrograde at the same time. And then I believe we're also going to have a couple eclipses coming up. So the emotions, the thoughts are going to be very distorted all over the place. Okay, we're not going to feel put together sometimes. It's going to be like an energetic hurricane right now. That's exactly what it is. It's an energetic storm that we are about to face. And so a lot of you are already feeling it. I will talk about this on a different video because I want to focus just on that. So if your twin has been acting funny or distant, if you've been feeling like maybe it's the end, there's something weird going on with the energies or with the connection. You can't read your twin right now. They're so unreadable or undetectable. Whatever it is, it has to do with the planets going into retrograde. So I'll talk about that in a different video. I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you. It's a lot. It's big. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to leave you here. Hang in there. I hope you guys are doing okay. And like I said, I'm sorry for those of you that are struggling right now, but it's going to get better. I promise you it is going to get better. If you guys want to leave a comment or send an email, you're more than welcome to. My email is always open to anybody. If you would like a session, if you really need it, you're more than welcome to reach out at sonnet1117@gmail.com. Shoot me an email and I'll discuss with you the process. It's a very simple process and payment options too. So, yeah, you guys, hang in there. I love you. Stay safe. Be careful. Be good out there. Until next time, bye everybody.